Hi guys, it's me Karen from Karen's Intuitive Jewelry. I trust that you guys are all doing super and had a great weekend. I am starting this new series and I think I'm going to call it Did You Know? Because we're going to be addressing some detailed information about different gemstones, and today we're going to focus on gorgeous moonstone, and I'll also be sharing with you, of course, some of the creations that I make using the gemstones that will be available in my Etsy store if you guys are interested. So these are all gorgeous moonstone. Aren't they amazing? It's one of my most favorites, and you can do lots of different projects with it, as you can see. Some wire wrapping, we've got soft soldering, we've got working with copper and making bracelets. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. Combining it with different stones. This is a seraphinite and a moonstone. You can have them just, this is a peach moonstone. So yeah, there's faceted, which you can see the extra little, how they cut it. Rose cut, it's called sometimes too, or just the smooth stones. So there's lots you can do with them. And I focus mostly on the physical health benefits, because the spiritual, emotional, metaphysical components are widely available, but the physical ones sometimes you have to really kind of go digging to find. And I believe what sets me apart from the other shops or other sellers, makers, I'm sure there's some out there, but it's because of that I focus on the physical benefits as opposed to just the metaphysical ones. I began learning about the healing properties after attending a local gem and mineral show, where I purchased several items to make and use in projects. And almost immediately I started feeling better. I suffer with lots of different chronic conditions and inflammatory autoimmune disease. I've got a plate in my neck. I've suffered with digestive issues for, decades that have been much better. I had high blood pressure and I was taking meds for all of these. And honestly, I am down to, I think, 2 prescription meds. And then I only take half the dose that's recommended. So it's helped me come off of a lot of different medications. They're all really energized and have individual benefits. But today we'll focus on this. I also have been led to create custom designs for people when they request it. And I just did my first video about a particular case if you're interested in checking it out. So today, as I said, we're going to be doing moonstone. And look at these, you can tell I love them. Because I have so many. But I use them in a lot of projects, and they're just wonderful. I mean, come on, right? And like I said, there's peach moonstone. There's this is a sunstone with moonstone effects in it. So you can find moonstone sometimes in other stones. Like here's moonstone that's got the black terminated black tourmaline, And so both these have black tourmaline in them, but this is a smooth one. And this is a rose cut. So you can see, wow, isn't that so cool? I just love them. And they love me back, right? So just briefly, I have lots of books that I can reference for details of them. There's a gazillion different books out there if you're interested. This one's really old. I've had it for years. And then these are my two newer ones. These are by like the mother or grandmother of crystal books, Judy Hall. So hers are really concise, and you can see all the details that I get into. But I source the web and cross-reference and all kinds of stuff. So Moonstone is fairly easily obtained. It comes basically from India, Sri Lanka, and Australia. And Moonstone is referred to as as a stone of new beginnings. And as its name suggests, is strongly connected to the moon and intuition. Like the moon, the stone is reflective and reminds us that as the moon waxes and wanes, so everything is part of a cycle of change. Its most powerful effect is that of calming the emotions. Moonstone makes conscious the unconscious and promotes intuition and empathy. It encourages lucid dreaming, especially at the time of a full moon. Moonstone has traditionally been used to enhance psychic abilities and to develop clairvoyance. It can be worn as a pendant to encourage acceptance of your psychic gifts. Psychologically, Moonstone calms overreactions to situations and to emotional triggers. Moonstone is filled with receptive, passive, feminine energy. It balances male-female energy and aids men who want to get in touch with their feminine side. It is a perfect antidote for the excessively macho man or even an overly aggressive female. Mentally, Moonstone opens the mind to sudden and irrational impulses, serendipity, and synchronicity. Care has to be taken that it does not induce illusions in response to wishful thinking. Emotionally, Moonstone soothes emotional instability and stress and stabilizes our emotions. It improves emotional intelligence. Placed on the solar plexus, it draws out old emotional patterning so that it can be understood and then help it dissolve. Moonstone provides deep emotional healing and heals disorders of the upper digestive tract that are related to emotional stress. Here's some of the physical benefits. Moonstone powerfully affects the female reproductive cycle and alleviates menstrual-related disease and tension. It's linked to the pineal gland and balances the hormonal system, stabilizes fluid imbalances, and attunes to the biorhythmic clock. It is helpful in cases of shock and can be used to calm hyperactive children. Moonstone also helps the digestive and reproductive systems, assimilates nutrients, eliminates toxins and fluid retention, and it alleviates degenerative conditions of the skin, hair, eyes, and fleshy organs such as the liver and pancreas. It is excellent for PMS, conception, pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding. A moonstone elixir was traditionally used for insomnia, and the stone can prevent sleepwalking. Wear as a ring or place on an appropriate body part, your forehead for spiritual experiences, or solar plexus, or your heart for emotions. Women may need to remove their moonstone during the time of a full moon. So that's the benefits of moonstone. And when I send out a piece of jewelry or stones, I create my own information card with just the physical benefits of it, because like I said before, the emotional components are fairly easily accessible, and the physical ones you have to dig for a little bit more unless you get the right sources. So that's just a little bit about one of my absolute favorite gemstones. And again, some of these pieces, most of these pieces, except that one, and maybe that one, not sure. Well, they should be up on Etsy. If not, you can go to my Facebook page or just keep a lookout for all the new creations that I make. And I'm making tons all the time because it is just my passion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really love sharing this information with others who are interested in it. So, until next time, stay well. See ya.